What's going on, guys? Oh my Godzilla back here with a very exciting double figure review for you today from Super7 in their brand new Super Kaiju line. This is Godzilla 1989 and MechaGodzilla 1993. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Oh my God! Taking a quick peek at the boxes of these figures, actually a really cool image of each figure is featured on the right-hand side. Cool silver lettering on the top that just says Godzilla. The name of the figure down below, the Super Kaiju series there. Just an open face on the top. Open side of the packaging. Back of the packaging features what is Wave 1. Caution, the city is crumbling. Collect them all. Just the two of them. Hopefully we get more figures in the Super Kaiju series because I am really enjoying this. I don't believe these are going to end up in Target stores, but they could. So use those barcodes if you want to try bringing those to a Target employee to try and get them in store. But if not, link is in the description to purchase these figures for yourself online. We are back with our two figures. Let's go ahead and take a look at Godzilla first. Starting off with paint and detail. Starting at the bottom. Feet look pretty good. You got some decent texture on the tops of the feet there. Decent paint apps on the toes. A little bit of paint error here on that third toe there. Little chipping going on this toe here. So minor cosmetic errors, but it's decent. Moving up into the legs, you do have decent texture. It's not amazing, but you got there's at least some stuff to be said. Kind of texturized going up, going through the whole tail. You got kind of the segmented tail as usual. Spines look decent. Body, not a ton of detail, but you do have some of that kind of chest detail, kind of giving you guys all the segments, showing off the muscles there. He's got packing. Arms, same kind of texture detail, pretty basic, but at least there's something there. Hand claws are painted fairly well. Look pretty good. So nothing, no complaints on the hand claw detail there, which is nice. Moving into the head and face, looks a little goofy from the front. The eyes are a little kind of outward pointing. But from the side, he looks pretty decent. The eyes are still definitely kind of looking backwards a little bit, which is interesting. I do think they did a good job painting the eyes. So you have a nice white outer section and then brown in the kind of cornea there, and then the middle, the black pupil there. So definitely decent paint apps on the eyes. Mouth looks decent too. The teeth are painted fairly well. Tongue painted in there. Top of the mouth has no detail other than the teeth in there. The tongue is pretty undetailed other than just kind of being there. Top of the head looks good. Spines are uncolored on the head. The ears look fine. They're just kind of poking out there. Spines are painted fairly well. I like the color that they use, kind of the white, and how they kind of did a good job of keeping the black center while kind of making the white, a deeper white as you move out toward the edges. Even painted well as you get toward the side. They're painted okay as you get further on the tail, getting a little lazy toward the very, the last little segment of the tail. But this section looks pretty okay. Some definite random wear there. These are fresh out of the box. I'm not sure where any of the wear would have come from. Then checking out the bottom, got a couple little logos and whatnot. But a fairly decently painted and detailed figure. Could have been a little bit better. Definitely could have been worse. For the price point, I think they could have given us a little more paint and detail. But they make up for it with some decent articulation. So moving into that, foot's going to kind of have some point and flex there. No real swivel, but you do get knee swivel, as well as good, decent knee bend. About almost 90 degrees on the knee. The hips, kind of a tiny bit of that in and out. But then you do get decent articulation on it. Kind of comfortably can move to about straight up, comfortably backwards. Move about there or so. So decent there. No torso articulation, obviously. This torso is just going to be one segment. Body or arms, easy 360 on the shoulder. So we do get that rotation on the arm, so you can pose that way as well. Moving into the elbow section, you do get some twist, not 360 because it kind of catches because it's shaped awkwardly, but decent enough movement on that. And then good elbow bend all the way straight to about 90 degrees. Wrists are not going to be articulated at all. Head, 360, yes. And check this out, Super7 improving every day. Mouth articulation. Maybe they will finally bring this to the Toho Ultimates line. Who knows? The tail did come separately attached, and you had to attach it, so you can get the 360 kind of bend out of it. And this tail is actually rubber, so it's one of those deals, kind of like a NECA deal or what some of the old school figures have done. It's got a wire on the rubber section, so you can kind of pose and hold a position, which is interesting. I don't know that I love it. I feel like rubber, especially long term, wears awkwardly, but it's fine. So this is overall a pretty decent rendition of Godzilla 1989 as he was when he faced off against Biollante, our favorite plant girl. But there's Godzilla for you, jumping into Mecha. MechaGodzilla 2, 1993 from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. Checking out the detail and whatnot, starting at the bottom. Decent little toes. These are actually all individual, so that's kind of nice. So you can see that there's space to be cleared in the back. So those are all individual. Not too bad there. Got some little bolts and whatnot. There's a lot of room for kind of additional detail on this MechaGodzilla, but they definitely covered their bases, I would say. They did paint the black sections that would kind of be wired. So that's nice, wired there. They definitely left some sections out, but that's okay. Got some kind of the knee vent areas. Got some decent detail moving off the body. The chest looks good. Got the kind of under the chest areas, top of the shoulder kind of area. These cannons are there. Again, these wire details are kind of there. They're not crazy, but you can at least see that it's kind of segmented into the sections that would kind of be the joint. So that's nice. Spines, not too much to be said. Just very shiny and silver, which they did a good job of the shine. He looks good. Got the back cannons, pretty nice. I'm glad they kind of included that detail of where he would kind of have his jets come out. Back of the knees again. Head, and the head has good detail. Lots of detail, lots of intricate work on the back of the head, spinning them around. You do get some grooves kind of on the side, that cheek area. Teeth look good, individually sculpted teeth in there. The bottom of the mouth is slightly detailed. You can kind of see it's grooved in there. I don't even know if you can see that it's grooved in there. It's grooved in there. And on the top, it's so dark in there, it's hard to tell, but there's just little grooves that kind of move this way. So a little bit of there. The eyes look good, just nice and yellow. No real texture on the eyes themselves, but the nice yellow glow nonetheless. He's got his little head spike. So good detail on the MechaGodzilla overall. In terms of articulation, the foot, no real point and flex out of the foot, no bend either. But the knee will get some. These figures are pretty stiff, but you can get the knee to move about there. And the hips, they do get a little bit of in and out. And then you do get that spin comfortably. It kind of locks when you get to about here. And forward about there. So plenty of leg articulation. It's not fully 360, but plenty of it to be had. No torso again. You would think at least on the MechaGodzilla they could have just made this a second joint and given us the torso swivel, but nonetheless, we do not have it. Again, you do get the outward movement on the shoulder. Easy 360 as well. Elbow is going to go from straight to about 90 degrees again. Hands do not get any movement. So no articulating those hands spinning wise or bending. Head, going to have an easy 360. And again, mouth, very good. Articulation. And what I actually really love about this MechaGodzilla, the teeth fit very well when it's closed. They lined them up perfectly. So he looks very good with his mouth closed. He looks very good from the front, very good from the side. They did a good job on the mouth articulation there. Tail-wise for this guy, no articulation. It's not a wire, just a hard piece of plastic. So it's locked in there. No articulation on the tail for MechaGodzilla 2. Now, if you watched the trailer I posted for these figures a little while back, we did know that it was going to come with some damageable buildings, and here you go. There it is. So, interesting. I thought we'd get more than just this. One piece came with Godzilla, one piece came with MechaGodzilla. You can kind of stack them like that and bring somebody in and take them out. So I thought we'd get a little bit more. The trailer definitely made it seem like there would be more pieces, not just like one little piece for MechaGodzilla and one little piece for Godzilla. So if you did not buy the set, you're just stuck with one little half building. So a little disappointing there. Not that I really cared about the building effect in the first place. I would have rather have like a breath effect or something than a destroyable city environment, but there it is. There's your building. So I know we are dying to see how these $35 Super 7 toys stack up art size-wise against any other figures. Starting with another Super 7, we will bring in the Toho Ultimates Godzilla. So obviously a lot different sizing, kind of more of a 5-inch versus more of like a 8 or 9 to 10-inch. So definitely different sizing to be had there. SH Monster Arts definitely going to tower over everybody just a bit by a couple of inches in that scale. Movie Monster Series also going to be a little bit taller, kind of being a 6-inch versus a 5-inch. The brand new Bandai America Godzilla Monster Series, going to be a little smaller, actually. And then the articulated Bandai Action Figure Series from America as well. These guys are going to be a little taller than them. But they scale okay. Like, if you take away, let's just look at this sizing. Kiryu versus Godzilla. That's pretty good. If you guys watch the channel before, I like my bad guys to be taller than my good guys. So, decent scaling if you use those, actually. This reverse, a little less good. Godzilla towers over MechaGodzilla 2 a little bit too much, but not the worst. Only about a half an inch in difference scaling for those sets. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the brand new Super 7 Super Kaiju series Godzilla 1989 and MechaGodzilla 1993. Let me know your thoughts on these two figures in the comment section below. Which one do you like better? Are you picking these guys up, or are you passing on this line completely? This line is pretty good for me. It's like Super 7 basically advertised it as the Reaction series meets the Toho Ultimates series. $35 price point, little high for me. Again, Super 7 needs to work on overall getting their prices down by at least 20%, I would say. I think these figures are more, I think 35 bucks, I think they're more comfortable in the $24.99 price point. You know, knock 10 bucks off of this. 35 definitely seems a little extreme for a 5-inch figure. Articulation is pretty good, detail's okay. I definitely don't have much bad to say about these figures, but price point's definitely going to be a little bit high for me. Again, guys, seemingly these figures are exclusive to Target.com. I will post that link in the description if you have any interest in picking these figures up. Again, I do not know if other places will get them. I'm sure Big Bad Toy Store is probably going to get them at some point. It'll probably be a delay. So if you want them quicker, I would definitely go to Target.com. I do not know if these will end up in Target stores. Again, if you have any interest in trying to check that out, use those barcodes I showed you at the beginning of the video. Take those in, see if a Target employee will scan them with their device, see what pops up in their system, see if it pops up as an online item only, or if it looks like they might be getting those in the store. So once again, guys, Super 7 Super Kaiju series, Godzilla 89, MechaGodzilla 93. Let me know your thoughts on these figures in the comment section below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.